We play with our friend Green Arrow. It's not exactly a Green Arrow character. Basically, I have two Green Arrow armories and Nightwing and Robin. So it's a mix of Green Arrow and Dick Grayson, I suppose. But it'll do the trick. Basically, today is the Green Arrow premiere. A bit later tonight. Although, I guess if you're someone from Europe, you probably already saw the episode right now. So just give me a half a second. I have a setting or two to set on my side. Almost there. There we go, so we're ready to go. So today with our little Green Arrow friend, I probably have a few missions I could play in Gotham, not Gotham Wasteland. The name will come back to me, but let's start by playing the Vault. I'm a bit out of practice with this character, so it'll probably take me a while to get back into the beat of using the combos. Well, let's pull back a bit. Hello, awesome gamer. Welcome to this Green Arrow stream. Ah, you're so sweet, Sean. Thank you. If I get 1,000 new subscribers, I'll thank you. I'll give you a shout out. Hello, Jack. Not sure, Jackseptives. Now let's take a quick look. Basically, I got a weapon from the vault, and I desperately need a new weapon. So, well, let's take a look. Oh, and we got the Hawkman hoodie. We don't need the pants. Well, let's go for the bow. The style comes from the Team Up Time capsules, and it's spot on the Green Arrow style from the TV show. A nice bow will do the trick. Basically, I was a bit of a fool when I had my when I leveled up my character. I'm sure you probably could join. I'm not. There might be one solo mission I'd like to do, but I'll do it later. Actually, join Jack. We could do the mission for the stabilizer fragments. Just give me a second to rearrange my armories. Well, see you later, Sean, and thanks for the shout out. Much appreciated. I should have known. Take two. My armories, basically, this one is the green arrow from the time capsules, which is basically it's the green arrow set, the green arrow costume that Arrow was using in season 3, if I'm not mistaken. And this is basically, I tried to make it sort of like a weird cross between Green Arrow the Longbow Hunter and the classic Green Arrow costume. Hello, Dan Dragon. Hello, Black Flag. But basically, I just wanted an armory where I could use the Green Arrow emblem. As you can see, I'm using the Green Arrow emblem. Sadly, on the new Green Arrow costume, there's no room for crap. So let's go and try to get some free stabilizers. Also, for those who may not know, if you want to open time capsules without spending any money, sadly this is the only way how. You have to play the free stabilizer mission, and you have to play it a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot. I already have 2 armories for my Batman Beyond. I basically have I'll show it at some point. Hello, Unleash Gamers. But already have armories for Batman Beyond. Basically, I have a Control Armory and a DPS Armory. The DPS Armory is pretty much the Batman Beyond gear we got. And the Controller Armory, I'm using... I thought about using the Batwoman t-shirt still, because that's the only way to not have any red lines for our character. Hello, OG Fred. But in the end, I'll probably just use the Stalwart Defender chest. I think that's how I've set my armories right now. I suppose a Red Hood chest piece could do the trick. But no, I went with the... Oh, I forgot to do a little bow. But no, I went with the Stalwart Defender chest. Today I should... We'll play a bit with our friend Green Arrow in anticipation of the Arrow season premiere. Didn't play with this character in a while, so I'll probably have a few things to set, as you can see. So let's do that right now. Oh yeah, I don't have any mods with him. Well, let's keep it that way. So let's go to Gotham Under Siege. That's pretty much where we're at. Unless, if we can play the Patrol Catastrophe mission, I'll probably give it a try. And of course, the loading screen that is there forever, or so it seems. Oh yeah, so let's start by playing the Patrol Catastrophe then. English gamers and awesome gamers are twins separated at birth. Hello, Ricardo. So I haven't played the Patrol Catastrophe in a while, so it'll be fun. I seem to recall it was a bit challenging, but we'll see. Start up the episodes. Not sure I understand your questions, Katos. You mean the episodes in this universe online, or? So if you're a big solo player like I am, most of the time, the Patrol Catastrophe is perfect for your character. You don't need to start anything. You just once you have the episodes, basically the whole game is split in tiers. So once you gain access to the tier, you gain access basically to the episodes. Like right now, the latest episode we got with the Riddler and the Joker, it's called Riddled with Crimes, and basically it's a Gotham City Zoo mission. It's the Rise of the Bat mission. And it's the Tough War Team Joker, Tough War Team Riddler. So these are the missions. So once you gain the proper combat rating, in this case it's combat rating 197. Once you reach the proper combat rating, it unlocks the missions in your on-duty menu, and you can play those missions. It also unlocks, in the case of Riddle with Crime, it unlocks a new open world map. Which episode is best? It depends. I really enjoyed the Green Lantern episodes because of the visuals. I really had a great. I really got a kick out of seeing Mogo and Ranks into a new version of Metropolis. I wish it could have been a version where the bottles were gone, but what can you do? But I think Terror of Trigon was probably one of the best episodes for me. It was pretty much solo player friendly, I suppose. As for the flash symbol, you have to get it from the broker at this point. Yeah, the Fight for the Light is a fun episode. It allows you to fight a whole bunch of evil Red Lanterns. Hello, Andy. Oh yeah, I did watch the Flash yesterday, and it did spoil a bit the Green Arrow episode, the Fiends. But yeah, I did watch it. Hello, Nightstrike. But yeah, I did watch the Flash episode. It did spoil it did spoil what happens to one of the characters from the Arrow TV show. Basically, we're wondering, are they all dead? And they dropped name. They dropped one name that pretty much confirms to us that that character is not dead. I won't say which one. The new Flash suit is looks pretty cool. It adds a bit of contrast. They finally added a bit more yellow, like the yellow belt and the yellow around the forearms, which was sorely lacking in the design they had made originally for the Flash. I guess they were trying to make him look more realistic before, and they were a bit scared or worried that he might look too much like a superhero. But luckily, they're sort of seeing the errors of their way, and they're a bit less afraid than they're used to make it look like a superhero. Oh, there it is. The Flash suit in Justice League, it'll take some getting used to it. Actually, I did Supergirl the day before. Or did I? Yeah, I'll probably try to do Supergirl. Ideally, I would have wanted to make a... I'll probably make a video at the end of the week talking about all 4 shows. Because trying to make it for each TV show, I don't think I have the time for that. You haven't seen the Arrow? How dare you? You have to give away your fan card right away. What do I expect for the DC film? I'm trying to manage my expectations. Basically, I'm not too crazy about the quality of the CGI we saw in the latest trailer. And I understand that in trailers, usually it's not the finished effect that we're seeing. Yeah, it is. So in the movies, it's not quite a real. In the trailers, we don't see the finished effect. Sometimes they'll still work on the effects for the film. But I don't. At this point, we're very close to the release of the film, so I don't expect them to do that much. Actually, they did a lot of work to the CGI already. If you look at the older trailers from like a year ago, and you look at the latest trailers we got now, you'll see that, holy crap, there's entire BGs that they already had CGI BGs, and now it's as if they added like 3 more layers of CGI on top of that CGI, or they redid the whole thing, and I understand what they're trying to do, but it doesn't look good. Yeah, they changed the director also. They're using... it's a bit touchy because they're using the tragedy that happened to Zack Snyder to explain why they have a new director. But it's almost as if they're using that as an excuse, but it's a bit tricky. We'll hope it'll be good. From what we understand, they went... Hello, Wally West. From what we understand, they went through a lot of reshoots. They went through as much as 40% in terms of reshoots. So, we'll see. Ah, that's good. They haven't done free legendary in quite a while, so I wouldn't expect that. It's not impossible that it could happen, but I wouldn't expect that. Last time they did free legendary was like 5 years ago. There's a lot of rumors about the Justice League film. Some say that we'll see Green Lantern in it. Some say we'll see it in the end credit scene. It's really hard to tell. Also, you have to wonder, like, the the original tagline for the original tagline they had for the film was "Unite the Seven." And right now we have five members: Wonder Woman, Batman, Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman. And Superman will be six. We know that Superman will join the team at some point in the film. So these are only six members. So you have to wonder when they were talking about Unite the Seven. Who was the seventh member that we're talking about? Was it Green Lantern? Was it something else? Well, we don't know. Was it Martian Manhunter? We don't know. So I guess we're gonna have to wait for the film to maybe find out. But they seem to have completely given up on that Unite the Seven thingy. Now they're just well, within the context of the DC universe in the movies right now, yeah, of course Superman is the strongest. Depends also how strong they decide to actually make Wonder Woman, but well, for the new Green Lantern film they have planned, it seems it's going to be like a buddy cop movie with what was it, Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, I think. Like a body cop movie in space, which I'm not too sure about, but we'll see. Actually, I kind of enjoyed the other Green Lantern films. It had a lot of flaws, and you have to wonder who in their right mind decided to make Parallax a big freaking cloud. Like we already had, you would think they would take lessons from what happens before. And the answer is no, and stop asking, please. It's okay if you guys ask for something once, but once you see that obviously I'm not going to do it, please stop asking. But I really enjoyed the Green Lantern film, but I couldn't believe that they made Parallax a cloud. You would think they would have learned from Galactus. Like one of the main complaints that everyone had about Galactus is that Galactus was a freaking cloud. Oh, thank you, Wally. Basically, it's the Green Arrow from the log boxes. I wish I had from the log boxes, from the time capsules. I wish I could have some sort of merit, but they did a really good job with the costume, especially the enhanced version. At some point, I gave like those boots to almost every characters I had. And the pants also I used with a lot of characters, and even the chest piece. And the shoulders, come to think of it. I guess the part I like the least is the gloves. So the gloves I didn't use quite a lot, but pretty much everything else I have like almost a dozen character that uses at least one piece of that gear. Yeah, they're enhanced. This is the enhanced version of the style. You can see all the shiny bits and the cracks and all the shiny lines and the shiny dots. That's the enhanced version. Like the shiny thing on the side of the leg, the shines at the top of the boots, that's the enhanced. Well, we did see, it's funny you should mention that, Wally. We did see what you were saying. There's a place, there's a, like, maybe two places in the film where we actually see that. At some point, when the we do see in the clouds the shape of Galactus at some point, but also there's a point where we all we see is the shadow of Galactus coming over the one of the planets. Like when Galactus is traveling through the universe, we see one shadow of Galactus going over a planet. So there's a few places where they tried to suggest Galactus, but they were so embarrassed of having a big giant purple guy in their film that they didn't want to have it at all. Like they were terrified of using a big purple guy in their film, which sadly is part of the sad thing about superhero films or even TV shows, is that they're so afraid of superheroes of looking silly that they end up doing things that make no freaking sense and that end up looking as silly as the thing they're afraid of, or sometimes it ends up looking worse. Like they didn't want to have Galactus being a big giant purple guy, but they made him a big giant cloud, which was so much worse. It's there's no word to describe it. So they're so afraid of superheroes and looking like superheroes that they're trying to make them look like anything else, and often they do so with an epic fail. I could do Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman sadly is on PC, so I would have to play on PC to have Wonder Woman. Let's get rid of those. It's called. Just let me check. The style is the enhanced identity tactical gear. Or if you just want the regular version, it's the identity tactical hood. So basically, it's the identity tactical gear for the whole thing, and then you go for each separate pieces. Oh, that was easy. I don't think you'll see Wally West being the Flash anytime soon. Basically, Barry is now back in the comics, and there's no reason for them to do the Flash, the Wally West Flash in the movies or the TV shows anymore. Although they might do it in an episode of The Flash just for as a nod to the fans. Like they could have Barry die like one episode and have Wally be the Flash. Although technically they kind of did that yesterday when Wally pretended to be the Flash. But nowadays Barry is the Flash in the comics, and I doubt they would do anything different in the movies now. Well, you might see Wally West, Kid Flash, on the big screen.
Thank you, but I have one last request. Please report this situation to my commander.
Could be. I don't think you'll ever see the Ginger Wally West anywhere. Even though they brought him back in the comics, they're really pushing hard to have diversity with their characters. And sadly, Wally West is now going to be the non-ginger version. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Wally. The only way you would have actually you have the ginger Wally West in Young Justice. That's probably the last time we'll see that version of the character. But from now on, it'll probably be the non-ginger version. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. So let's see, we could get a new pair of pants. Or a new pair of gloves. Well, let's go for the pants. So the nice thing about a Patrol Catastrophe is that it allows you to choose one set of gear. Well, diversity is replacing all the ginger, the white, the male, and all that. So Marvel is pushing really hard for that right now. They've pretty much replaced all their characters with female, and in some cases black female characters. Oh, actually, I could get a new neck piece or a new ring. Oh, let's see. Let's go for a new neck piece. Hello, signature. So there's two good things about the Patrol Catastrophe. The first one is that you get one piece of gear whenever you run the mission. So if you ever have a whole bunch of replay badges, now's the time to use them. You could replay and replay and replay that mission, and pretty much get a full set of gear, and pretty much push your character to combat rating 116 or 118, 180, 18 in that area. Well, Riri Williams would be a great character if she was a villain. Like let's say if that they had decided to put that character there to reveal in, I don't know, 23 issues that holy crap, she's actually a super villain trying to conquer the world or something. She would be an awesome character. Sadly, they're what they're actually doing is that they're creating characters that are pretty much sociopaths, and they're using them to replace the characters they already had. And that's you have to wonder about the you have to wonder about the about the creators of those comics. Like, is that really what they think heroes are like or are supposed to be like? Is that really the kind of heroes they think people want? So you have to wonder about their values. Like, is that they're anyway. When they create those new characters, they create terrible characters, but they and then they wonder why people don't like them. You have to be combat rating 105. Once you reach combat rating 105, then that mission appears. Actually, let's go back. There's a whole bunch of missions I can still play there. Marvel needs a lot of things. But it's not new. They've been it's something for at least 15 years, if not more. The people working at Marvel and the same a bit at DC have been embarrassed to be doing superhero comics. So they've been trying for a long time to change superhero comics into something they liked. They've been trying very hard for a long time to change superhero comics and turn it into almost as if a TV drama, TV shows, TV dramedy, as they would say, like a drama and comedy. Uh, Maybe not today, Fregat. Are they not going to kill Spider-Man? Oh, it's not a matter of money. I'm not looking for money. I just not today. Well, once in a while I will help people level up, like I did that not too long ago with a Batwoman character. But I don't do that all the time. Thanks, Wally. Bye bye.
If we can destroy the catalyst they're using to create Greek fire, we can gain a battle advantage. Once you've completed that, we'll take the fight.
Right now I'm playing a few missions with my Green Arrow character. And ideally, I would like to try to raise him up at least a bit. But I'm curious to see tonight with the Arrow episode. Did they actually kill anyone? Because from the previews we saw back at least a handful of characters, and there's a few that we didn't see back that we can pretty much expect that they didn't kill them either. So from the looks of it, it seems that from that big explosion, only one character will really die. And even then, maybe she's not dead, but we just didn't see her yet. So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Just a couple more hours and we'll be able to know. It's pretty impressive to see how far they went with the Arrow TV show. Oh, I guess I should be going now. Isn't it tonight? Oh yeah, it used to. They changed the night, right? Oh, I'm so sad now. Oh, it throws away all my my careful plannings. Holy crap! When they're all bunched like that, if we're lucky, 15, almost. Thought we could get them all in one shot. Oh yeah, they're changing the night, I think, for Arrow, right? Oh, I'm sad now. And when's Legends of Tomorrow then? Did they change that too? Or do we have Arrows and Legends of Tomorrow on Thursday now? Oh, going the wrong way. They're both on Thursday. It's a weird thing though. The show was working well on Wednesday for years. Why change it? It's like they say, why change a winning formula? Or why change Orson's midstream? But anyway. So I'm very sad now. What else? No.
Reports have come in that some of my sisters have been captured. We must find out where they are being held. Circe has equipped my mother's forces with tools to manipulate us. Destroy those magical devices. Keep your heads in.
So I guess I wonder how many people will do the same mistake, thinking that the episode is tonight and somehow miss it. It's kind of nice when some missions overlap like that. Sometimes you can do two missions at once.
Our prisoners are surrounded by warriors. We will.
So let's find ourselves one last outrunner.
I'm sending you their location. Go rescue my sisters.
Oh, there's an evil villain going after us. He he gave up. I have to remember I'm playing in the PvP open world. When you do, you have to more or less grow eyes in the back of your head, not to get jumped by some evil villains. But it does help you learn to be a bit of a better player. It teaches you situation awareness, I guess. Or not so much teaches you, but forces you to practice it. So you always have to keep an eye on the minimap, just to be sure you don't get jumped. And in some missions, you have to keep one eye on your team's health point or your team's powers, one eye on the minimap, and one eye on your loadout, and sometimes one eye on what's going on in front of you, which is requires a lot of eyes, I guess. But once you learn that, to be able to look at many things at once, you get a bit better as a player, I suppose. Yeah, I do have a reverse flash. My reverse flash has a few armories. He has an armory for the classic reverse flash when he had the complete yellow suit, but I also made an armory that kind of matches with the man in yellow from the Flash TV show, where he's basically only has the top part yellow, and the rest of the costume is pretty much black, with the red eyes, of course. Poor jailer, she was no match for Oliver Queen. Okay, now we need some Onyx statues. Oh, let's grab the old friend here. A spec up style, I'm not sure. In this mission here, I'm not sure. And I took the next piece, so I can't really show you. Next piece I get from this mission, I'll let you know. There's a few different pieces you can get, like the Patrol Catastrophe will give you one set of gear. But if you play the open world missions, it will then allow you to do a bounty that gives you another set of gear. So that might be what you mean. And there's a set of gear also that you can purchase. I'll show it to you in just a minute. I'm trying to keep her on the roof. I don't want her to fall down. I'll show you the gear we can purchase. I won't be able to show you the gear you get when you get the free bounty or the extra bounty. I'm not sure how to properly qualify that. To OWA, let me check. Depends which version of OWA, I suppose. Let me start by collecting my reward. Seriously, as you can see, I'm at 6 of 15. Once I reach 15, I will get a bonus bounty that will allow me to do a bounty. And that bounty will give me a piece of gear. So, but I'm not sure what that gear is, Andy. Here, there's the gear you can purchase, which is the Amazon Stratego gear. But there's also the gear you can get from the Patrol Catastrophe. I think, like once you reach level 105, there's this mission that appears that you can start doing. And each time you do it, you can get one piece of gear. Actually, two if you calculate the weapon, but the weapon is a random weapon, and more often than not, it's not the proper weapon. As for getting access to OWA, it depends which mission you're talking about. Because you get the Owen Science Cell is technically on OWA, and you have to be combat rating 43 to gain access to it. But I suspect that's not the mission you mean. You probably mean more something like Mist Recovery or Strike Team. For those, you have to be combat rating 84, and in some cases even higher. Because there's a whole bunch of missions on OWA, and there are some at various combat rating. But ideally, I'd say the first one is at 43, then it's at 84, and there's probably some 8 players. I think assault and battery is. I know it's on ranks. So again, I would say 84, 85 for OWA, but again, it depends on which version of OWA you're looking for. Oh, for Mogo, you have to be. I think it's combat rating 80, but I'm not quite sure. 80, 84, you should be able to gain access to Mogo. Well, actually, I probably could find out. Yeah, I would say 84 for Mogo. You pretty much gain access to Mogo at the same time as you gain access to the Gotham Wasteland, and it's pretty much at combat rating 84. No problem. I'm gonna have to change phase. By default, I usually play on the PvP open world. Sadly, whenever you want to play with other people, you have to go to the PvE world. Yeah, using the keyboard is a bit rough sometimes. We can't repair. Not sure why they don't give the option to repair with every vendors, but what can you do? Well, it's the pad that appears right here. Unless you guys don't see the chat pad somehow. So I guess I will unlock a feat before we get started. Basically, there's this feat if you complete the entire Batman Beyond suit, then it gives you access to be able to get no, it gives you access to be able to get the OP collection pieces. It's not automatic though; it's only a chance to get them, but it's better than nothing. But until you unlock the defeat, you won't be able to get OP collections, sadly. And usually there's Two-Face, or I didn't notice while taking the missions. So let's get started. Today there's going to be a lot of people. Basically, oh no, actually it's going to be tomorrow. Never mind. I guess today we're going to see all the people who somehow didn't complete everything. So they're going to try to complete everything before the daily reset. Or Andy, I guess you meant the pad on the controller? Nah, I don't. I never use that. You keep the same powers. You don't change your powers when you become a member. Unless you mean since you're going to be a member, you're going to have access to new powers that you didn't have before. Personally, I like Quantum, but it's a matter of preferences. Ice is a good power, and you don't have to be a member to have it. I used to like Mental, but I have to admit I haven't played Mental since the new update. I keep on reading on the forums that Mental is not as powerful as it used to be, but I didn't try that personally just yet. I guess I would have to play with a Mental character before long. I could have sworn we had completed one mission. Oh well. Well, if you're a Flash and you could switch to Electric if you want to. Electric, I'm told, is pretty powerful right now. The thing is, if you switch from Fire to Electric, you're gonna have to replace all your gear because Fire is a tank power, Electric is a healer power. So if you have, let's say, tank gear, your gear won't work for your healer character. So if you decide to change power, you're gonna have to probably get some new gear first.
minecart slings. Where am I? Up and down, round and round. Where, oh where? The games are fixed. The prize is junk. I'm not betwixt or in a tank dunked. Where am I? The games are fixed. The prize is junk. I'm not betwixt or in a tank dunked. Where am I? I'm no longer amused. Let's see. I walk through the cave and find that it's been paved.
Oh, he's right here. Onyx Trooper. Oh, sure. Unless you're level 3. Yeah, I suppose Green Arrow with Gadget makes a bit more sense. Arsenal would be the one way who would probably use munitions. No! Ah, I missed it. Let's see what else we need. Hello, Nightmare. Let's go see what our friend is up to. Usually a good spot if you need some transporters. It's pretty much in this area here. It's not that there's not transporters elsewhere, but usually the other spots there's a lot of people there. Here it's usually a little more quiet. So you can get the transporters before half a dozen other guys try to jump in on the action. Ooh, the scarecrow. Oh, we lost our friend Fireman. He was mentioning he was lagging, so I guess he got disconnected. No, we're gonna have to kick our friend. Oh, actually, I can't kick. Sure, when I go to the broker in a bit, I'll give it a look. Let's see if there's people who are looking for... Ah, you don't like the tactical gear? I have to admit the mask. I would probably use another mask, but for the rest, I kind of like it. So I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but let's mention it again. If you're doing the 333 mission, the best thing is to send a message saying that you're looking for people, and pretty quick someone will, ideally pretty quick someone should invite you. Again, if you do this on like a Thursday, people will probably invite you right away. If you do this like on Wednesday, just before the reset, it may take a while, but as you saw, it actually was pretty quick. The content is pretty new, so there's still quite a few people looking to do this mission. So even on Wednesday, there's probably still people trying to do the 333 mission. I guess a day that wouldn't be as good is probably a day like Monday. But Monday is usually the more quiet day of the week. There's usually less people playing. Ah, the Beyond Gear is way too awesome. It's a weekly mission. And when you're in a group, it usually goes by pretty fast. You like to play dress up, Nyoxi? I understand. That's one of the fun part of DC Universe. Basically, that's why I create a lot of new characters. I like to create characters and create new looks. You turned the arrow into Deadpool? How can you be so evil? Poor arrow. But Deadpool is pretty easy to recreate, which is understandable, I suppose. Come over here. Oh, Not sure why. There we go. But yeah, Deadpool is pretty easy to recreate in this universe online. A lot of styles work really well for a Deadpool character. And we saw a lot of Deadpool at some point in the game. Not so much now, I'm not sure why. Although there are phases, sometimes we'll see more of one type of character, sometimes more of another type. Oh, our friend Fireman finally logged out. Basically, he was linked dead for 10 minutes, it seems. Now we only need 2 more transporters. And as you see, as people complete their mission, of course, the group is getting smaller and smaller, but hopefully the leader is inviting new people. So just 1 more transporter, and then we'll just defeat any enemy we meet. Oh. Oh. The character goes forward so slowly sometimes. It's incredible. So about 100 more to go. We're up to 247. So it's going up. As you can see in the group, it doesn't take that long to get the 333. Oh, we lost our leader. That's so sad. about 50 more to go. Saturday? Yeah, sure. The weekend it's a little iffy because sometimes I'll have plans, or sometimes plans will happen at the last minute during the weekend. So it's a little harder to plan for the weekend. But sure, if I make a video, we could try and do something. You just need 20 CR, 20 minutes, 20 seconds. Oh, 20, yeah. Well, I see. You were taking count of how many enemies I had to defeat. Almost there. Hello, Shamar. Welcome aboard. And this should be the last one. So let's go collect our rewards.
Nothing seems to put a dent in their numbers, no pun intended.
Not surprising that none of those thugs has seen battle.
Those Hess gangs are crazy. They could have blown up the whole city.
All those Joker and Riddler thugs you took care of, we can't thank you enough.
So let's see what we got. Oh, the sleeping bat colony. Let's go for the ring. Ooh, and we did get an OP collection. Oh, that's good. Oh, let's go for the weapon again. Oh, let's go for the belt. So we got lucky with one OP collection. Oh. So I'm going to save my collection. Not sure if I have a character that will need it. So let's put it here. And we'll see. Let's use that. So there's some collection I'm saving from some specific characters. Other collections are I'll use with any with the character that picks them up, essentially. And I still have a Riddler T-shirt, ironically enough. So I guess that's going to be it for now. Tomorrow, foolishly I thought today was Arrow Day, but I guess it's only going to be tomorrow. So I'm not sure if I'll do something special tomorrow. We'll see. Actually, tomorrow will also be Legends of Tomorrow Day, from what I understand. I'm not sure why they're doing that, but oh well. So if tomorrow we have Legends of Tomorrow, I'll probably try to log in with a character that's related to Legends of Tomorrow. Although I'm not sure if I have any such character, but I'll make something up. Hi, Infused. Sadly, you're just joining the end of the stream, but the stream will be on YouTube once it's done processing. Sorry about that. The stream will be on YouTube pretty much once we're done. Um, uh, Not sure how long it takes to process. Usually doesn't take that long, but it can take a bit. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So tomorrow we'll try to log in with a Legends of Tomorrow character if we have one. If not, I'll probably just use my multiverse and change the look to one of the Legends of Tomorrow characters. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.